by Hungarian sculptor and professor of architecture Rubik as a way to teach his students how objects can move independently of each other without falling apart, and he came up with the idea of the cube twisting and turning pieces. Did you know that Rubik's cubes are so popular that they have their own competitions? Well, Rubik's Cube competitions are held every year with over 18 different events that you can compete in, including blindfolded solves, one-handed solves, and the regular 3x3. The world record for the fastest 3x3 solve was by Max Park at 3.13 seconds. And did you know that Max Park lives in Cerritos, California? When you're solving a Rubik's Cube, keep in mind these few key facts. The white face is always opposite the yellow face, the blue face opposite of the green face, and the red face opposite of the orange face. And there are 3 different types of pieces. The corner piece, which has 3 different colors, the edge piece, which has 2 different colors, and the center piece, which has 1 color. Raise your hand if you know how to solve the Rubik's Cube. A 3x3.
I've never learned.
Raise your hand if you ever tried to take off the stickers to solve a Rubik's Cube. Well, that's too bad because the Rubik's Cubes I will be giving you today don't have stickers. See?
No.
We get.
Wait, we all get one?
Maybe. If you're good. Oh, I'm gonna give that for you. If you've ever tried to solve a Rubik's Cube, I know that you try to solve it face by face, but that won't work. So today I'll be teaching you how to solve it layer by layer. There's the first layer. There's the first layer, the second layer, and the third layer. But when you're talking to someone who knows how to solve a cube, you'll see that there's a bunch of different letters and symbols, like U, R, apostrophe, prime, U, or something. So in that picture right there, it shows every face on the cube assigned with a different letter. There's U, the top face of the cube, D, the downward face of the cube, B, the back face of the cube, F, the front face of the cube, R, the right face of the cube, and L, the left face of the cube. In this booklet that will be attached to the cubes that I will be giving you, there are a bunch of different letters, like this. It says RU and a bunch of other stuff. It might be confusing, but this is how to read it. So R needs to turn it, U needs to turn the top face of the cube once to clockwise. U prime, or U with an apostrophe, needs to turn it the opposite way. So it's just counterclockwise. And that's the same with all the other sides of the cube. So there's L, L prime, R, R prime, D, D prime, B, B prime, and F, F prime. So the most basic algorithms that you'll learn when you're solving a cube are the left and right trigger. So the right trigger is R, U, R prime. The left trigger is L, L prime, U, L. Now I will teach you how to solve the Rubik's Cube. This is the way that worked for me, but there are many different ways. For the first step, you want to create a daisy on the cube. A yellow center surrounded by 4 white edge pieces, like that picture right there. For the next step, try to create a white cross on the bottom face of the cube. It will look like this. For the third step, you'll try to create a white face, which is the whole white face of the cube as well as the first layer. For the next step, focus on aligning the edge pieces of the middle layer correctly, so then you'll have all the middle layers solved. For one of the last step, for the next step, create a yellow cross on the top face of the cube. Don't worry about the other colors in the corners. For the next step, which is the yellow face, create the yellow face of the cube, but keep in mind that the top layer will not be soft with that. For the second to last step, create the corners position the final corners of the cube in the correct place. And for the final step when solving a Rubik's Cube, position the edge pieces in the correct place and you've solved the Rubik's Cube. Now, I'll pass around my cube to every table and please turn it once per person so I can do a quick solve. Miss Ya and my mom included.
Okay.
Okay, just a quick turn because we've got only so much time.
Don't worry, I'll get you.
You just scramble it, guys?
Just turn it. Quick final turn.
Alright, I'll have this. There you go.
It's not done yet.
Now I'll solve the cube. For the first step, I'll create the daisy. The next step, I'll create the white cross on the bottom of the cube. There's the white cross. The next step is to create the whole white face in first layer. The white face in first layer. Now is the middle layer. There's the whole middle layer. But now I'll create the white cross.
Yellow.
Yellow cross. And I'll create the whole yellow face. The yellow. And I can skip the seventh step because the corners are already in place. So now the last step, find me at recess or lunch, and I will explain these steps more in depth, and I will pass out the cubes at the end.
Thank you.
Oh, and keep in mind that Max Hug did that in 3 seconds. This is
We did all those
Yeah.
steps. It seems a fraction of a second slower because it's hard time.
Yeah. Yes, I'll be giving you all some cubes. And yeah,
Wow, that is so cool.